Welcome back, y'all. Back with another episode. Got some new things to talk about. It's 2025. Happy New Year if I ain't told you already. To all the new people here, thank you for being here with me, tuning in. We got a lot to talk about, so let's talk about it, man. I got a few topics that I wanted to touch on. The first one I think I got four. I seen in the social media space a few days ago, not too long ago, where somebody was saying, where a post was made, and people were saying that a company, it's a Russian company, that they were willing to pay people $200,000 for your likeness and your voice. And, I seen in the comment section, a lot of people were talking about it like, man, I do it, I sell it, but, I was thinking more so like, once you sell your likeness, that's it. It's like you can no longer be yourself. You can go anywhere and see if they mass produce, they can make anything. Well, initially this place wanted to make AI robots. So you could be going to the mall or somewhere here in the distant future and see yourself, see your likeness, and there's nothing you can do about it. And I wanted to get you guys' opinions and how you feel, or would you do it? Me personally, I wouldn't do it. I mean, the money sound nice, but to sell your likeness and not ever own it again it sounds like that's kind of scary to do. Like, I don't know, I couldn't do it. Not saying that like I would blow up and be famous and be a movie star, but some people in some instances could. And then once they do, how does that work? Does the people that you signed that over to for that $200K, they still own you technically? You signed that document over, so you're no longer yourself. You're just a puppet, in my opinion. But a lot of people I seen, like, they would do it. They would do it in a heartbeat to get that money. And I mean, it's a nice little lump sum, but in my opinion, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. But anyway, backstory on the company. Actually, like I said, it's a Russian robotics company. And this started in 2021. And I guess they're like rolling it back out again and, developing more and more AI robotics and different type of AI apps using voices and faces. And, if you using your phone, you see what's going on here in today's age. Like, it's more and more, you see it every day. So that's what they wanted to start doing now. And, like, I don't know, I'm not a big fan of it, but even now, like I said, this started in 2021, and I was thinking that back when, like, Snapchat days, when, they scanning your face. Now, it could have came out after this. I don't know about the timeline with it, but I felt the same way when they did the face scanning for that app for Snapchat. Like, I didn't feel comfortable with doing that because, you literally, you download an app and you like, yeah, I accept the terms and conditions. I don't care about it, blah. I just want to get to the app. I want to, do the filters. I want to talk to my friends and stuff. But on the bigger picture, when they scanning your face, this is me thinking, like, what are they doing with that? So it trickles down. Like, now that company in Russia was offering money for your likeness and your voice, but then you subscribe to an app like Snapchat and accept the terms and conditions. And in those terms and conditions, they could have your face because those face scans happen. And people be scanning their kid's face and all kinds of faces, the dog, all of that. So, like, it's just like, it's scary to me. But I mean, yeah, the future is cool and all that, but it does have a dark side to it. And AI is really literally taking over, from your jobs to, trying to become human. These people want these things to, be created in a human version to where it can, now they have one that can fold your laundry and do your dishes and stuff like that. You can pay like $70K for a robot to do these things in your home. They even have like the new Ring drone that flies around your house all night while you're not there, and just is like a little security guard and constantly monitors each and every room and flies around all night until you get back. Like I mean, I'm cool with that. That's fine unless somebody can hack that system. But for the time being, I think that's pretty cool that you can be somewhere and check and make sure your home is safe. So, but back to, the 200K and all of that. How do you feel? Like, what are your opinions on that? Would you do it? Yeah, I'm just saying for me, I don't know. I couldn't do that, man. And I just seen the topic. I thought it was pretty cool to talk about. And that's what I wanted to really start off with. Something a little lighthearted, I guess. Something techish. And it kind of leads into the next topic that I really wanted to get into. But as far as this, how much is enough for you? That's another question for this topic. How much is enough? Like, if it wasn't 200K, what if they say, all right, I'll give you 500K, or I'll give you $1 million? Would you do it for $1 million? Do you have a number? Do you have a number that you're willing to sell out for? Would you do it? Now, if somebody asked me that question, let me think. I still don't think I could, because it feels like you selling your soul. So it's like, I can't really just give you who I am. Cause think about this. All right. It's cool. It sounds fun. It sounds hip. It sounds, it's you transition and you're a trendsetter. You doing all this, that, and the third. But like when you sign all this paperwork and give away everything that's you, they can use it for whatever they want. They, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to go through everything that they're going to do. And who's to say, like, they own it. So they be like, hey, let's roll out this new program. Let's roll out these sex dolls. And then, you got a whole bunch of dolls that look like you that's getting sold and people doing whatever, So I'll hard pass on that. But yeah, some people might be into it, if that's your thing, or you kinky in that way and don't care, hey, have at it. That's all you. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about it, man. We're gonna keep this one short, but tell me what you think. Comment, let me know if you would do it, and we just gonna get into this next topic. We back. Second topic, man. Like I said, it's kind of jumping from the first one into the second one. It's not really, AI related, but it's tech related. And I was thinking like to talk about more so like streamers and kids being involved with the streamers. And, I've been seeing a lot. It's been going on for a little while now, not long, but a little while. Like a lot of these streamers are doing some, questionable things on their streams, and how do people feel about the younger generation or the younger group of kids tuning into this, because some of these streamers stream for 24 hours straight, 48 hours straight, and just doing all kinds of crazy nonsense or whatever, and they getting paid. I'm not knocking it. They getting paid. It's a lane, I guess. Do what you got to do. That's cool and all, but how do I feel about, the kids? I don't know, but things that I've seen here recently, the most recent is DJ Academics. If you know who he is, he's a streamer / YouTube guy. I think he initially started on YouTube and then started the streaming thing. And this happened maybe a week or two ago, but he was on somebody else's stream. I'm not familiar who the guy is. I've seen him, but I don't know his name. And he was on the stream, and it was a kid, 15 years old, and DJ Academics was saying some questionable things to the kids, sexual wise, not like advancing on him, but asking him like some what if, like, so if this grown woman offered you this, you wouldn't take it, and then, asking him like, the kid was like, I'm 15, He was like, I wouldn't do that. I'm 15. Like the kid clearly has good parents, and he was talking with a lot of sense, and he said what he needed to say, how he should have said it if any other kid was put in that position. He did what he was supposed to do. But the fact that, academics kept pushing the envelope as far as like trying to, I don't get it. I didn't understand it. You can look up the clip and find it yourself, but he was like, basically like, the convo he was trying to push onto him was like he trying to be cool, or he thought this was cool, or this was, this what you supposed to do. Just cause you young, you still can do it. You still can blase blah, like if she hit on you, you supposed to do this, you supposed to do that. And like, it came off as creepy. It is creepy. So, he getting a lot of backlash for this. Like I said, he wasn't on his Twitch stream, but Twitch banned his Twitch. DJ Academics no longer has a Twitch as of now. YouTube, I think he's still on YouTube. So as of now, but a lot of people are boycotting him. They trying to cancel him, and I get it. I understand why, because like I said, if you haven't watched the video, just look it up. It's everywhere. It's about 5 minutes, I think. And like I said, him and the young kid were going back and forth. And I don't get why he even brought that up, why he even started talking like that, why he even addressed, sexual things to a minor is not cool. And, it should never be done. But who knows what's going through that man's mind? He's not a favorite of mine anyway. He's never been. He's very messy. He's very ignorant in certain situations. He provokes violence and negativity. And I really like to stay away from all of that. So, yeah, I mean, what goes around comes around, So maybe he's getting his, and it is what it is. So with that said, parents, pay attention, to your children and what they're looking at and who they adore or idolize and who they following. Because just because, they're on the phone and you don't see what they're doing, the people that's on that or the content that they're absorbing from that, man, it could be something crazy. Like, you can go anywhere on that phone or a computer or a tablet, wherever. So, just pay attention. But congrats to the parents of the young man, because like I said, he did exactly what he was supposed to do, said exactly what he was supposed to say. So, that's good. I'm glad. And, to go back, like I said, I'm speaking about streamers and kids. You have like the EDPs and the Dr. Disrespects. And I don't know if those are two different people. EDP, he was a streamer and he got arrested for trying to meet up with an underage girl. And this happened multiple times, so he got caught once and then got backlash for it, continued to stream and ended up doing it again, and then you have this other guy, which he was, Dr. Disrespect was a lot more famous than the EDP guy, and he was caught chatting with underage girls, asking for pictures, stuff like that. Like, you gotta really be cautious with your children and what they consume and who they idolize, because those two instances, it's just like the tip of the iceberg. It's really a longer list than that. The list goes on and on as far as streamers doing questionable things. And because just because you're famous doesn't mean you're righteous, and you got to understand that if you don't, because the kids might be quiet, they might be not bothering you or out of your hair and stuff, but just because that's happening and you get your peace of mind doesn't mean that you don't need to be checking on what's going on the phone, because those people are the worst of the worst, and they prey on people like that. They prey on kids. They prey on younger impressionable minds and stuff like that. So you got to really stay on that, because the internet is dangerous. It can be great. It can be amazing. It can change the world, but it also can be dark. It also can be dangerous and can be harmful. So, with that said, like, yeah, just pay attention, because, you got these demons out here lurking and, saying whatever, spewing whatever, even from, it don't even have to be like on that type of level. It could be spewing hatred and, but yeah, just pay attention to them, man. Stay safe out there. You guys, it's a cold world. It's a cold website. It's a cold internet, So it's definitely monitor what's going on. And kids, if you are watching this, do the right thing. Stay away from those bad people. It might be entertaining, but don't be a follower. Don't fall victim to that nonsense, because it's really not worth it. And hey, if you see something that you not fond of and you shy away from it, you can start your own career, promote positivity, do something good, be the opposite side of that coin, to where, you want to do something for people like you and provide them something good and healthy and happy, and, something that's changing the game, so, and promote that. And I wish you the best on that if you choose to do that. But yeah, you guys stay safe out there, and we'll just get right back to it. Here to talk about something a little more serious, a little history lesson, I guess you could say. Recently, a few files have been declassified by a certain person, and it's been going viral, honestly. It's been more files being declassified, but I think this one is more popular than a lot of other ones. And if you don't know which one I'm talking about the JFK assassination that happened. I think it was in '64. And yeah, a lot has been brung to the light now, as far as questions being answered, or who done it, or was it one, was it two, was it three guns, and I've even seen like not newer, but more enhanced videos of and showing different angles and people possibly pulling guns, like, and I've watched it multiple times to see, like, is this real? Like, because AI is tricky, but it looks legit in my opinion. And I'm gonna just start with the Lee Harvey thing, and when it happened and they were arresting him in the video, he was saying he was a patsy. He was like, I'm just the fall guy. They just needed somebody to blame, And I've seen that. I seen the video even before all of this was released. And here the jump to now, I seen in the video, you could see him in the crowd as the car is coming around, which is weird, because they said he was up in the tower. They said they caught him in the tower or coming down from the tower or something like that, and said he had, shot him from up in one of the towers. But yeah, so I seen him in the crowd, and I'm just like, and then the thing about it is too, like, he ended up getting shot, I guess, to keep his mouth closed. That's my opinion. I'm not saying that's why, but he did end up getting shot. And so with all of this coming out, like I said, I seen the video now where the driver of the limo that JFK was in pulled something and pointed it. Like, if you go look it up now, you can see it. And it's crazy. And I don't know. I'm gonna pause right quick, because I'm just trying to think, like, why excuse me, why were these things released, after all this time? Which, I mean, I don't mind it. It's good for history's sake and for the people's sake, because a lot of people looked up to JFK. And from what I've seen and, what little I've studied on him, he was a pretty damn good president. and he wanted to take down the central banking system. And I know they said he was involved with the mafia and stuff like that, and he was going to interfere with the money, and a lot of that attributed to why things happened the way they happened for him. But a lot of people loved him, black, white, everybody, so it's just weird for it to come out now, but at least it did, for peace of mind for a lot of people that were experiencing him when he was alive and he was in office. But, it's just, it's crazy. Like, as far as like it's certain words I'm trying to avoid. I'm trying to say it right, but certain people think a certain type of way and they try to call them crazy for thinking that way. But it's nothing wrong with thinking outside the box as to why things are happening or why things are being released, but it's just wild. But I'm get back to the story. I'm kind of getting off track. So they say it was more than one shooter because in the video you can see the first shot, he was shot in the neck, and you can see him grab for his neck. And that didn't come from the driver. And then you can see his wife trying to see what was wrong, what was going on. And then in the newer video, the enhanced video, you can see the driver turn back and look at him, and actually you can see him lift something. I don't know what it was, but yeah, he lifts something, and then as soon as that happened, it goes off, and he ends up falling backwards or whatever. And I don't know how true this is, but it's weird. Somebody was saying like it was a different type of weapon that they used. This was in the comments. It was a different type of weapon that they used, and it was more of an air pressure type of gun. And it was laced with clam shells, and he was allergic to shellfish. But what I do know, that's a fact. Let's omit what I just said real quick. When he was shot, they removed his brain, period. And they didn't get to do an autopsy on it, nothing. They removed his brain immediately. And that always raised like a red flag to me, because, okay, me thinking that then, having a red flag, and then thinking now, saying the driver did it, it would show which way the bullet came from, So that's got my gears turning. I'm actually like thinking about that now. It just hit me like a lightning bolt now as to why they would remove his brain. You know what I mean? So they remove his brain immediately, no autopsy, couldn't see where the bullet came from or where, if it came down and up, or if, like they said, he got shot from a tower, it should have been, from up coming down. So by them doing that, you would never know, because if you seen the video, it's very graphic. So yeah, that it's starting to make sense now, seeing that the new enhanced video, and then seeing that they removed his body parts, and who knows where they are. They disposed of them, immediately, and got rid of them. So yeah, that's really intriguing to me now. That makes me want to look more into it. So hopefully you guys will look into it, do your own research, watch your videos and read the documents, see, what you can gain from it. Let me know if you find something new, because this is one thing that has always had like a piece of my mind. Because I remember when I first even seen the first video of the assassination was in the movie 8mm, because it was not a documentary, but it was a movie about the assassination. And they showed the actual real footage of a president being, taken out in this movie. And I was young when this came out. I think Nicolas Cage was in it. And I was like, why would they do that? If this real, is this real? And then I found out it was real. And I'm like, well, why did they do that? And then that just opened up a whole wormhole for me to start digging into this. So I've always been intrigued with this. And then seeing the man that he was and how great he was and how loved he was by all people, by all races, and to do right by the people and to end up getting killed like he did means, like, we all know without saying it, so yeah, I've always had an open ear and an open eye for this particular subject. So I'm definitely going to do my own research for personal reasons, and you guys should do the same. But the documents out there now, the footage is out there, and more stuff is coming to light now. And yeah, just check it out, man. So we here, end of the road for this episode. Last topic, nothing major, something like what I want to know. It's a question to you guys, man. What's your goals for 2025? On top of that, what's your 5-year plan? What plans do you got? These are the things that are going on in my mind. So I just wanted to share them with you guys, and hopefully you guys got something going on, or some big plans, or any plans to move forward. So me personally, staying focused with what I got going right here, working and taking care of myself, getting my mind right and trying to better myself is some big things I need to work on, gradually. And it's just a grind. Keep pushing. For you guys, whatever you got going on, keep pushing. Not just speaking about me, whatever you got going on, don't stop. No matter what it is, I feel as long as you're moving forward, you're doing what you're supposed to do. It could be an inch, it can be a centimeter. It doesn't matter. As long as you're going forward, that's all that matters. Never stay in one place, never go back. And you'll see a change with time. It's not gonna happen overnight. No matter what your plans are, what your goals are, as long as you keep going forward and at least trying to tackle some type of mission. It can be, like I said, it can be small, it can be big, but as long as you're going after that, I feel like you'll do great. You'll be great. And I'm living by that. I'm not doing major things every day, but I'm writing ideas down, or, it's not even about, my podcast. It could be about the gym. Go to the gym and try to knock out at least something. It could be for 30 minutes. It could be for an hour. It could be for 15 minutes. Everything is a process. And long as you putting in the work, you achieving something. And it's another thing. Don't ever let nobody tell you that you're not. As long as you go ahead and you're pushing and you're moving, don't worry about what people say. People, especially people that's not doing anything, especially the people that's always negative, don't let them get you off track. You stay on your track. You stay on your goals. You do what you're supposed to do. And at the end of the day, it's your life. You live it how you want. That's fine. Be happy, be productive, and, make something out of it, man. As far as we know, we only got one. I don't know, but I'm living it like we only got one. And I think if I care about you, you should too, and that's just the bigger picture, man. For me, wake up, be grateful for things, and just know things ain't always going to be going your way. Things are not always going to be sunshines and rainbows, but for the most part, you still got to be grateful. You got to be thankful. And I don't know if you're religious. If you're not religious, you still can be thankful. If you're religious, you thank who you thank, and I'm going to do the same. And that's what life is about, purpose. So that's what I'm living with. Hopefully I can pass that on to you guys and motivate you. I'm not the best motivational speaker, but I'm just speaking from experience, and hopefully my experience can trickle down to somebody, you know, and if not, that's fine too, because I'm just happy with doing what I love to do. And it's a blessing. And hopefully you guys are blessed. And I'll just leave it at that. With that being said, what I always love to say, stay focused and stay on your purpose, man. And until next time, we'll be back. Take care.